Welcome to Echo Framework. I'm going to demonstrate you the capabilities of the tool. Echo is a new phishing framework that is built in Vue.js. Vue.js is like Angular and React. All these new front-end frameworks contains the capability to manipulate the DOM, which means nothing in the page actually exists. Example, if an automated scanner would try to scan our HTML content by inspecting the source of the page, could not see anything because all the elements are dynamically built. So let me demonstrate you what I mean. By inspecting the page source, we can clearly see that there is no links like a login page link or something. But if we open the developer console and inspect the elements of the page, we can clearly see that they are dynamically built and they exist. In this case, if the automated scanner comes to check our content, we can only see the JavaScript files of the framework and some favicon icons and stuff. So nothing malicious to see there. Let's log in the framework to show the capabilities of Echo. So the menu contains the following routes. In this case, it contains the templates, the customized templates, active templates, a page builder, the credential harvesting feature, and the feedback, and of course the logout. So let's see them one by one. If we browse the templates, we can observe some pre-made templates exist there, like a Black Friday template, a VPN template, a B-Sides Athens template that was made only for the B-Sides conference in Athens, an Office 365 template, and a test template that we will discuss later. So this is like a template library that includes some pre-made templates made by me in order to speed up a phishing process. But let's check out what is inside those templates. First, let's open the Black Friday one. We can observe that there is a template preview and there's a customized template section. So this is like a Black Friday phishing theme template. We can dynamically change the title, the description, deals, the link, and also we can specify a route that this phishing template will be published. Let's change the title. With a single click of a button, the title does automatically change. Also, we can do the same to the rest of the fields. If we inspect the Shop Now button, we can clearly see it points to the www.example.com, and we can change it like to google.com, and it will reflect instantly. What we can do next is to save our customizations. And by going back to the active templates, we can see 3 templates exist in this case. Our Black Friday template is hosted in the /Bob route, and it's a type of pre-made template. But we can also see 2 other templates hosted in different routes. What that means is that the framework supports multiple phishing templates creation in a single domain, which means we can host multiple phishing themes in a single domain. Or we can host multiple phishing pages in the same route. We are going to see next what I mean. By browsing the route we specified, the template we created is just published and it's publicly available to our victim and to anyone who will visit this route. If we inspect the source, we can clearly see nothing. Only the JavaScript files we discussed previously. By opening the developer console, we can inspect the elements again. We can see the Shop Now button and the link that points to google.com. We can use any malicious link we want in this case to let the user download, example, our malware. And the automated scanners could not detect this because they only inspect the starting code of the page. Let's see the rest of the templates now. A VPN template is created, a VPN portal in this case. We can host this portal to a different route, /VPN. We can go back to the active templates, and now the new phishing template is hosted and is active. We can then browse this template. The username and password feature are currently not working, so it will be fixed in the next release of the framework. Going back, let's see the rest of the templates. We will see the Office 365 login template. So I also implemented a credential harvesting attack feature in Echo in order to capture the user credentials and to trick the victim to think that it will be redirected to his or her real Microsoft account. Let's test this in action. We will specify a custom route, in this case Office 365 login route. We will change the title, login, and we will save again the customizations. Going back, we can see that this template was already hosted, so nothing changed. By browsing the following route, a Microsoft 365 login portal pops up, and we can specify, let's say, our credentials. After we sign in, an update message pop-up comes in, which means like our IT of the company configured this in order to make the updating process. Because it's a pop-up and many users are not that technical in this case, they can get tricked easily to think it's legit and it's the IT of the company that made this. After clicking OK, it redirects us to the login portal of office.com. Because we're already logged in Microsoft 365, we got redirected to our account. This means the victim can think that, okay, this is the legit stuff, it's all normal, nothing suspicious. By going back in Echo, in the credentials tab, we can see our new capture credentials that we can use later to move laterally, let's say, to the company. Before we move on to the B-sides template, we will demonstrate another feature of Echo, the IP whitelisting capability and the displaying different content to an automated scanners or an IP or an IP range. This also applies to the IP whitelisting mechanism also, which means we can whitelist a single IP or an entire IP range. Let's test this feature. Going back to the Black Friday template, by navigating to the advanced settings, you can observe that there's two options, enable IP whitelisting and show different content. By enabling the IP whitelisting, we will specify a random IP, private in this case, because we are in the local host, and we will save the customization. Going back in our hosted phishing template, by refreshing, we get an access denied, forbidden. message. This means that only the whitelisted IP would display the real content and the rest of the world would be displayed an access forbidden page. Let's use our localhost IP to demonstrate the IP whitelisting is working. Refreshing the previous page, now we can display the real content to our machine because it's whitelisted. Going back to the active templates, the Black Friday template also contains an IP whitelisting capability, and the IP is displayed there. Now let's test the showing different content to an IP or an IP range. Using again the Black Friday template, going back to the advanced settings, you can enable the showing different content option, then press add content mapping, and specify our localhost IP. Refreshing the previous page, another construction page is displayed to us. So a different content will be displayed in our IP, and the rest of the world would be displayed the real phishing page. We can also show different content to automated scanners and also include an IP range that we want to show a different content. In this case, let's use a default route, so everyone will be displayed a different content. But we also demonstrate the capability to show different content based on the ACN of these providers. Going back in the active templates, now the Black Friday template contains a content mapping capability in order to display different content to this IP range and at this ACN number. We can also delete these templates and if we refresh the page, the templates are gone. We can destroy our campaign easily with a single click of a button and nothing is visible anymore. So let's think of a scenario. We're in an engagement and we sent a phishing email to our client. The phishing route would be like the following. We can then, for example, say we want to change the title quickly. What we can do in order to avoid recompile the whole application and stuff. And we want to quickly change the description. To avoid recompiling the whole application, the echo automates this process with a single click of a button. So we can change the description, use the same route, and even after we send the phishing link to our victim, if the victim refreshes the page, it would see the new content. Let's test another scenario. What if we want to change our phishing theme in seconds without rewriting everything again? So from a classic drive-by download attack, in this case like this one, we want a credential harvesting attack, an Office 365 page. We can then use the same route like before, save the customizations, and after we refresh the page in this route, the new Office 365 template is displayed. So what that means is we can instantly change our phishing theme in the same link that we would be sent to the victim in order to provide extremely flexibility. Let's test now the new server-side smuggling attack that was presented in the B-Sides Athens conference. By browsing the B-Sides template, we can observe a new field, in this case a file field. For now, we can upload images like JPEG, JPG, and PDF files. So let's use this image. If we save this customization on the page, and browse this template, we got displayed the B-Sides Athens replica template. But what about the server-side smuggling that we talked about before? If we click the download syllabus button, we can see that the browser downloaded the image we uploaded, and it worked correctly. What happens under the hood is the following. If we inspect the button, there is nothing to inspect, in this case links or something. But if we refresh the page, we can see an request was made to an API endpoint. If we open this API endpoint and browse the customizations in the JSON object, we can see a file field. We also can see an encoded data field, which contains the encoded image, the file type, and the unit hash-out. So what happened behind the process, or behind the process when we uploaded the image previously? A custom encryption is used, in this case, with a unique salt per image. So only the server knows the final key to decrypt the content, which means this is like a JavaScript blob, let's say, because in a classic HTML smuggling attack, the user will insert the JavaScript blob, in this case a base64 JavaScript blob, in the HTML itself, so it can be detected. But in the case of the Echo framework, the blob is encrypted in the server side and served to the client via the API. So the blob does not exist in the page at all, which means the scanners cannot even detect what happens there if they sandbox, and somehow they can inspect the page content. Now they cannot understand what happens behind this process because it's a random encoding that they don't know what's going on behind the process. Let's see the bread and butter of the framework, the page builder. So what the page builder does. This is not that fancy page builder that many know, like WordPress, but it's a unique page builder that can let us build custom phishing templates with drag and drop capabilities, like WordPress, but I think more stable in this case. So let's set the page builder in action. We can drag and drop every component, footer, and the body. We can also change the title and everything in the page. We can delete the links. We can put in this field our malicious URL, let's say, in this case, it's google.com. We can set the settings. We can drag and drop the components, or we can lock the component in place or even delete it. Let's bring back the footer. And we can provide a name, in this case, test1. That's why I talked about what is the test template. The test template that we showed previously is a template created by the page builder. We can also preview the template, which is the final result. We have a new phishing template to spawn in seconds with drag and drop capability of the tool. Let's save the template. Now the template is saved to the whole template collection. If we click our new template, we can even preview it, and we can again change the content. Let's use a new route for this template and save it. Oh, we get a slug already exists validation error because we cannot use the same route like a pre-made template. If we go back to the active templates, we can see that the test route is already used by a pre-made template. Let's change that to use another route. We can use test one. Then save the customization, go back to the active templates, and now our new created template is displayed and the type is custom. Also, the final route of the template will be hosted is the /endpoint/test1. So it's a different route than our pre-made templates. Within a minute, we get a new phishing template built and ready to serve to the client. And also, don't forget, all the templates are responsive and mobile friendly. We can use Echo from our mobile phone. In this case, we can log into the Echo portal and we can fish from our phones while drink, let's say, a coffee in a metro station or something, because our client asked us for a phishing in the last minute of the summer. So that was it. That was Echo, and every feature that was demonstrated is ready, and the framework can be used in a phishing attack now in order to phish our clients and provide easy experience for an operator to handle a phishing attack.